morning, your wife, you were to give her money to go to the market. I'm just giving an illustration. And you told her, okay, later you give to her. She now got to the office or went to wherever she was going, or you went to work. And something has happened between that time to the time you're calling. And she's calling you for something else. You just assume. And she calls her, hey, waiting now. I know that money they ask. I don't tell you I will give you. I will give you. Is that money? You have not listened. What do you think will happen? She will feel bad. Is it not so? Please always listen. Sometimes when I want to talk with pastors, and women, we like it. Please, women, I might say, give us attention, give us attention. Sometimes I'm talking with pastor, I want to tell him something, he's with his phone. The first thing I will ask him, he knows, I will say, Sunshine, are you listening to me? He say, yes, okay, turn off that phone. Because I want to say something. He will say, listen, I say, Sunshine, I won't tell you this, I want to tell you. Just please, don't go and tell him, I did not say it with authority, oh. I don't say turn off that phone. No. I said it lovingly, understandingly, so that he will turn off the phone or give me attention. I said, Sunshine, please, what I want to tell you is important. Please, now, okay, just keep the phone aside. Just keep it aside. Sometimes I won't help him to hold the phone like this. He will say, I said, I'll just hold the phone. He will start laughing. I said, hey, this is what I want to tell you. Please listen. Every person in every relationship needs attention. Me, I need that. You don't need attention. So whether father or mother, parents and children, husband and wife, if pastor wants to talk to you, you're not listening, you're not paying attention. Do you think he will feel bad? You don't know he will feel bad. And you too, if you want to talk to pastor and he's not giving you attention, won't you feel bad? So attention is one of the things you will invest in a relationship. What you pay attention to will always feel valued. What you pay attention to will always feel valued. Now let's use a child, for instance. A child wants to tell you something, and you're always there as a parent to listen. Say, come. Sometimes, Christy wants to say to her, she enters my room, say, Mommy, I say, no, don't worry, come and tell me. Do you know how she will feel? Sometimes you just see a smile on her face. She feels valued because I gave her attention. I want to listen to her. So what you pay attention to, what you give attention, feel valued. The Lord will help us to pay attention in our relationships in Jesus, to invest attention in our relationships in Jesus' name. Number 3, efforts. You're just some people say, this thing, I don't, have you heard when somebody say, this thing, I don't know how to do it? Is it not so? You want to do something, say, this thing, I don't really know how to do it. But what happens? Put effort. Try. You check in. Sometimes, before I close school, before 2, I'll now call pastor. I say, now wow, Sunshine. Since today, you have not even called me. They're not even checking on me. He will say, I'm sorry that he was busy or whatever. Sometimes, I'm not saying he's not caring, no. Sometimes it's the one that will call me. Then me, I'll not be wondering, Sunshine, anything. You say, no, I'm just checking in on you. Praise the Lord. So do effort. That thing that you know, give that thing effort that you know is good in that relationship. Check in. Try to understand. Do your part. You say you don't know. Try. Do your part. Me, for moto. You see moto. My own is to drive car. Me. My own is to drive car. I don't know. In fact, one day, pastor was coaching me. He said, please. I know where the radiator is. I've never put water inside radiator before. So one day, he told me to use his car. And that, I should make effort. I'm trying. They also say I should make effort. I'm trying. I don't like going to a filling station to buy fuel. I don't like the smell. But now I'm making effort. In fact, the other day, he said, Twinkle, he gave me, they said the card holder is there. And I said, I hope you don't want me to go and buy fuel. He said, why not? So now I'm making effort. Sunshine, am I not making effort? I'm trying now. Because we don't have lights. Almost every day I go to a filling station now to buy fuel. So I'm making effort. So that thing that you know will help that relationship. Make effort to do it. I said, effort is the daily proof that the relationship matters. And where effort is applied, progress is visible. Effort is the daily proof that the relationship matters. You effort every day. You're giving effort. You're showing effort. I've told you how. In fact, this week alone, I don't know how many times I bought fuel, Sunshine. I think I bought up to 3 times. Okay, last week. So I said effort is the daily proof that relationship matters. And where effort is applied, progress is visible. I've progressed now, is it not so? I've put in effort, so I've progressed. Now I can now buy fuel. Honestly, the smell of fuel turns my stomach. But all these days that I've been buying, it has not disturbed me. But maybe when pastor buys it, it disturbs me. But now I've made effort. Praise the Lord. I wanted us to laugh. Some of us, our faces are too. Am I communicating? You know, I'm a teacher. Next thing I will sing if you're happy and we'll do some exercise. So please don't sleep. The next thing you will invest in a relationship that you must consistently. Remember the word, I'm choosing my words carefully. The things you will consistently. What did I put it, Seth? I said, what you do consistently. What you do consistently. I'm calling. The other one is communication. Talking openly. Expressing feelings. When you're communicating, you're talking openly, is it not so? You're expressing your feelings. You're resolving issues. You don't wait. As you're communicating, something is wrong, you say it. Then you keep it until it has built a mountain. Can you bring down a mountain in one day? But if somebody comes to drop mud here now, you can remove it immediately, is it not so? I take it that resolving an issue is like that mud. As you drop it, you sweep it, you take it off immediately. You have resolved it. But if you keep heaping that mud there, 1 year, 1 month, 3 months, 10 months is there. You keep building, you keep dropping. At the end of the day, it will take you more effort to remove it. So as you're communicating, you're talking openly, you're expressing your feelings. Something is not good. You're saying it the way it is. I'm not happy. Something happened recently in my place of work. I was called to go and do, for no reason. I was sent to the panel. And when I got there, I saw 3 other persons. I was invited to the panel. And I saw 3 other persons. And I was wondering, long and short, it was my zonal director. That was the first time I was going to meet her. And at the end of the day, I didn't have any issues. It was, how will I call it? People just assumed because they changed my principal, brought a new one. And immediately he came in, he said, I heard that you are so persons, let's say the man's name is Mr. Amos. I know you have Mr. Amos here. I'm sorry, I'm just using your name. I heard that you are a Mr. Amos person. So with that alone, you already had a mindset about me. So these 3 other persons did something to him directly. Even that one, what they did, it was because of the way it was triggered. Long and short, I went to face that panel. And when I came back, I told the woman, I said I had no business coming here. It was just a misunderstanding. And we was during holiday. So when we resumed on Monday, I met him, I greeted him, and he said, because he told me I have a permanent seat in his office. He said, anytime you come here, that was what he said initially, but later they started feeding him things. They started listening. So he said I should come and sit there. I stood. He now said, did you greet me this holiday? Did you send me a message? He said, this other person sent. 2 other persons were in this office. And I said, sir, I couldn't have done that because I am not happy with you. I communicated. I said, I'm not happy with you. He said, what happened? I said, you took me to the panel for what I did not do. I said, I'm not happy about it. He was not talking about it. I said, yes, these 3 persons you mentioned did something. What was my offense? Nothing. He now said, well, I should. He now said, so you carried it in your mind since that day. I said, we're on holidays. I wanted us to see, so I would talk. Because what happened? Some people are not good in, if you talk with some people on phone, they will misquote you. It was an advice I gave to him as he came. I sent him a message. Anybody that reads the message I sent, if I want to write, I'm not praising myself that I'm a good writer, but if I want to write, I'm better expressing myself when I write than when I speak with you. I thought I was doing him a favor. I wrote something to him as a form of, like, this is how he should treat us. The man took off. I didn't know he didn't like it. So after then, I went to Facebook. Why did I bring it up? I was able to tell him my mind that I wasn't happy. And he said, well, it was good. It's good you said your mind. I should please let bygone be bygone. Why did I bring that? I was talking about resolving issues. If I'd kept it in my mind, maybe before I know, I will build a mountain in my heart. And by the grace of God, there is a grace God gave to me. It's a grace. I don't know how to put things in my heart. I don't know how to carry people in my mind. I will say it and it will go. So communication is talking openly. When you're communicating, you're talking openly. You're resolving issues. You're expressing your feelings. I said, when communication is open, connection stays strong. When communication is open, connection stays strong. Because communication keeps the connection alive. You're connected to somebody. You're not talking with the person. There's no open relationship. Anytime you want to come to my room, knock before you enter. How can a husband tell the wife to knock? What kind of knock is that? Is it a prison? There's no communication. What happened to that relationship? Some people said, they will say, drop a note. How will I drop a note for you that I want to see you? What if when I drop the note under your door, you're sleeping, you're not able to read? Am I communicating? The things we hear that happens in relationship, God will help us. So communication keeps the connection alive. As you keep communicating, when I was talking, I said you can express your feelings. I can be talking. A lot of people are wondering what I'm always discussing with Pastor. We're always talking. The communication, the relationship is alive. We have something to say every second. If I leave here now and go down, we have something to say. Those days that he was not a pastor, we'll be teaching. Some people go tap us. Too often now. So when they now ordained him a pastor, somebody say, I go see us, you go meet them for up. They talk. The Native church just closes like the streets have looked for him. Sunshine, why is it like that? Because communication is active and there is connection in that marriage. The Lord also help us to have communication in our relationships. Please always have communication so you don't go wrong or you don't assume. Number 4, you must invest into the relationship. Number 5, respect. Respect. When respect is present, relationships remain healthy. When you respect me and I respect you, it's healthy. True or false? You respect my views, I respect your views. There's respect. Some of us think that it's only the junior ones that should respect the elder ones. It's not like that. You two respect them now. They also have privacy. And they also have things. They also have feelings, so respect them. When you're respecting the person, it means you honor the person. So in that case, as you are doing that, you are watching your words and action. You watch your words under respect. You watch the kind of words you say. Have you not had situations where sometimes somebody has done something terrible to you? Honestly, you want to say certain things. Is it not so? Is it not so? But because you know that if you say that thing, it will scatter that relationship. It will cause a lot of problem. You just calm down and you choose the kind of words that you use. Because if you open your mouth that time, the person will forget about everything. The person will just hold something. That this is that thing that you said. It was this word. That is what the person will be ringing. So please, in relationship, let us mind the kind of words that come out of our mouth. Let us mind our action. What you don't respect, you will eventually damage. What you don't respect, you will eventually damage. You don't respect the person. It could be your husband, it could be your wife, it could be your child. Someone says, you. What? Look, if everybody's talking, even you too. Or if everybody, come and sit down. What happens? The person will just go into his or her shell. Is it not so? If the person even has something to tell you, the person will know. The person will be so scared. I said, what you don't respect, you will damage. If a husband does not respect the wife, he will damage his wife. If the wife does not respect her husband, she will damage her husband. Look at you. If men are talking, will you also talk? When they say all men stand there, you to come and stand. They should be giving you wrapper. You should be tying wrapper. You shouldn't be wearing trousers. You're not fit to wear trousers. Some of us, the kind of words that come out of our mouth, then sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes when I hear certain things, I say, Jesus Christ. Please, you must invest respect in your relationship. The other thing you must invest is trust. Trust. Trust is just simply being reliable, keeping your word. Can your husband rely on you? Can your wife rely? Can your child rely on you? Can your business partner rely on you? Can you keep your word? If you say this thing is like this, is it like that? That is trust. Trust is not demanded. You can't tell somebody, can't you trust me? No. Trust is not demanded. It is built over time. Trust, you can't demand trust. You can't tell somebody, you must trust me. I cannot trust you. You must prove it. You must build it for me to see. When consistency is proven, trust is built. When consistency is proven, every time they look at it, this thing, I say, okay, this thing is red. Tomorrow again you come and it's pink. I cannot tell you it's red. I'll tell you it's pink. Is it not so? You say, wow, this woman. Tomorrow now it is purple. And I tell you, no, it's not purple. Now that time it's purple, it's not pink. You'll be wondering. Consistently, if I keep doing that, what will happen? Eventually, I have earned your trust. So I cannot demand trust from you. So I said trust is being reliable. Trust is keeping your word. You say you will do something, do it. And trust is built over time. It is not demanded. When consistency is proven, consistently you have proven that this is who you are. What happens? Trust is built. Number 7, I'm rushing now. Emotional support. Emotional support. Emotional support is simply being there in good times and bad times. Encouraging, uplifting, showing kindness in how you treat someone, and empathy in how you understand them. Emotional support. Some of us, it's only when something good is happening that they will see you with the person. But when the person has, maybe life has happened to the person, you run away. You're not supporting the person emotionally. Being there in good time and bad times, you encourage people. Something is not right. You encourage the person. You uplift the person. Sometimes it could just be a smile. Sometimes it could just be a hug. Sometimes you just squeeze the person's hands. You're telling the person, I understand. Chibuzo, come. Let me give you an example. Let me illustrate. Sometimes emotional support is not something you can say with your mouth. Maybe I look at Chibuzo and I see that, let us try and be reading people's expression. Let's try. Chibuzo could be passing through good times. I don't want to say bad times, good times. And she doesn't want to say anything. I could just look at Chibuzo and understand. All I do to do, maybe she greets me or I just walk up to her. She shouldn't even come and greet me. I just walk up to Chibuzo. Chibuzo, how are you? Don't worry, it is well. I understand. It is well. What has happened? It is well. I'm going to dash you 5,000. Just by hugging Chibuzo and telling her it is well. This one, I even added Jara inside. Clap for pastor's wife. So, in fact, we had the admin and one other person was coming from our main board. And everybody must be in school. No excuses. And I saw one of us. She has not been feeling fine for some time. And that day I saw her. I saw her eyes. I said, you're not feeling fine. Why did you come? You should have just called principal. She said that, no, she had to come. In fact, in school, at that time I saw her, said she had even thrown up twice. But at the end of the day, principal was able to understand and she went home. What has he done? He has shown empathy, he has shown kindness. Some people will say, whether you're sick or not, you have to be here. Please, let us support one another emotionally. Support is what makes a relationship feel secured. Support is what makes a relationship feel secured. When I know that both in my good times and bad times, you're there. When I know that you always encourage me, I will have security. Is it not so? Is it not so? I'll feel that I belong somewhere. I will have belonging. Is it not so? I can beat my chest to say, even if nobody answers me, when I meet pastor's wife, I know that she has my back. Have you heard people say that before? The other one, another thing you must invest is growth. Growth. Growth here is both personal and shared. Personal growth, and you also share. That is, you extend it to the next person. Here is becoming better individually and also learning together. In a relationship, You're only the one. You want to grow. You are the only one that want to be a better person. And you have seen that your other person has not gotten up to your standard. What should you do? You encourage the person to also move along with you. When growth is intentional, relationships don't become stagnant. When growth is intentional, you have said that in this relationship, let's grow this relationship to the next level. Both of us are doing it together. But if only one person is growing and the other person is not growing, before you know it, it will decline and it will become stagnant. Because let's say you are up there, the other person is here. Whether you like it or not, that person that is down, you cannot stretch your hand towards the person. Is it not so? Both of you will meet halfway and you will end there. It will be stagnant, no more movement. You're up and somebody's down and you still want to maintain the relationship. Highest you will do is both of you can only stretch up to where both of you will meet at par. And what happens to that relationship? It becomes what? Stagnant. But if as you're growing, the person is growing, it helps. But I know that some persons, you're growing, they don't want to grow. I'm already asking the question because I know you will ask it. Some persons don't want to grow. Give them time or leave them there. Maybe when they have seen that you're going. If you have done it intentionally, don't say, hey, pastor wife say, if you don't want to grow, I should leave you. I think I've been saying this, now I'm gone. No. Sometimes some people need push. Some people are just afraid to grow. They feel that they take the next step, something will happen to them. Honestly, they feel that they take the next step. They are scared. So you must explore every avenue before you can conclude. Sometimes when you even conclude, maybe when you have made your conclusion, it's where the person will now take a step. Have you not seen a child that is trying to walk? The child is afraid. And the child takes the first step. He's afraid. Say, come. The child will want to cross. Say, no, stand up. That's how growth is. Because some persons are like that. They are so afraid. They feel that if they take the first step, they might fall. But when they grow, you give them time, they will grow. Number 9, sacrifice. Sacrifice is simply giving up comfort sometimes. Giving up comfort sometimes. Putting the relationship first when needed. There are times that the relationship comes first. You put it first. And if you value it, you make room for it. If you value something, you make room for that thing. Is it not so? Sometimes some people will tell you, only you'll be going to see a particular friend. Or call the person. Only you will use data call. Use credit. The person has never called you. What happened? I've been so busy. If the person truly valued that relationship, the person will put credit to the phone and call you. I tell people, don't flash me. One of the easiest way you can irritate me is to flash me. But some people, I tell them, for you, flash me. I've told some people in this church before, I don't want to look at your direction. But I've told some people, flash me. I know that sometimes you want to make a call. Very important. You don't have credit, you can flash. Sometimes when somebody flashes my phone or beeps my phone, I say this one, in fact, I'll call. I will say this one has never flashed before. For this person to have flashed, let me call. So what am I saying is, you're always the one making effort to see the person. You're always the one going. The person is doing something, you're there. The person does not have, you're giving. You're doing that. The other person is not willing. It shouldn't be so. I know some of us are like that. Only from one side. It has to be both of us. And like I said, if you value that relationship, you will make sacrifice. It's because you don't value it. That's just the simple truth. If you truly value something, you will make room for that thing. So sometimes the relationship comes first. Putting the relationship first is needed. We all know that. It's okay. Every meaningful relationship will cost you something. Every meaningful relationship will cost you something. That is still on sacrifice. Every meaningful relationship will cost you something. Sometimes, recently, Christine came and met me one day. I don't know if she has been hearing it, as in that I was in the bank and I had to resign. So she now said, Mommy, I know that you left the bank because of me, but now I've grown. Can't go back to the bank. Because sometimes, when I see that I had some need, and I don't have the funds at that time, I would just remember, I say, hi, this morning. If I were to be in the bank, it would not be a problem. I'm not regretting it. Oh. No, I'm not regretting. In fact, for that bank where I was, do you know what happened? CBN, they have closed the bank. So you see, if I'd not seen tomorrow, as my other colleagues are looking for a job now, I'll be looking for a job. But that does not mean I cannot work in any bank. Oh. They are still approaching me. Once a banker, always a banker. Especially if you have something to offer. So what happened? I looked at Christine after waiting for 8 years. I had this girl. And now say I want to go and pursue career. I had to sacrifice. I looked at her. First of all, me, I had to go. It was not pastor that spoke with me. I made up my mind even when I was working. When we started hearing things of how, in fact, there was a colleague in another bank. She has pursued career so much that she didn't know that her house boy, because she said she doesn't want house girl, so that her husband will not sleep with the person. There is no trust. If there is trust, you will not be thinking that now. So now, she now says she prefers house boy. She has a house boy. So she now gave birth. And the house boy was with a child. The house boy was, as far as I'm concerned, molesting the child. She was now aware she was pursuing career. One day, and in the bank then, resumption time, 7 o'clock. And their bank, that particular bank, they were so strict about it. 7 o'clock, and she was in operations. Marketers, we have flexible time. You can go out that you're doing marketing. Those days I was pregnant for Christine. Some days you're so tired. I would just tell my colleagues, please drop me in my family house. Let me sleep small. When I come back, they'll pick me back. But for operation staff, you don't even have that leverage. She leaves the house 6 o'clock, gets to the office. So one day, she forgot something very important, whether it was the key to the vault. And she had already driven out of the compound. And she forgot that thing. She parked outside the gate, ran into her house. What did she see? That she turned back from road. She had driven out. I don't know how many minutes. She came back, entered the house. What happened? Her houseboy has put his organ in the mouth of her child to be sucking. That was before I had my daughter, over many years ago. I was asking the person that was telling her the story, how did she feel? I said, me, I don't craze. I don't, honestly, see, there are some actions you will take before you will think of the consequences. You have killed somebody, true or false? Some persons that committed murder, they didn't plan it. You know that this one, we are saying it the way it is. Pastor, wife, you're talking about murder. Yes, some murders that people committed, some murder. It was not planned. Reflex action. Because at that time, you don't know what to, your mind will just tell you, pick a weapon. Because what if the person attacks you? Not like self-defense. You're doing self-defense, somebody has died, say you have killed somebody. When I heard that thing, I said, God, maybe that was why God delayed my daughter small, I don't know. I said, the day I give birth, I will leave this bank work. I said, what kind of thing is that? What kind of money or career that you're pursuing that you will not? I said, no, I know of it. I cannot. So we started hearing different stories. One, he will say he's taking the girl to school. School in the car. Driver will say he's carrying the girl to school. When they are going to school, you park the car somewhere and begin to touch the girl. Begin to touch the girl. Until the girl was able to open. And some more force. Because we are not, you see, we are pursuing career. Come back in the night. Your child is tired, he's sleeping. The child is not telling you anything. When I saw all those things, I said, not me. I said, I will sacrifice. What kind of money is that? That my home front will be dying. Then, no, I will not do that. So I left. I had to sacrifice it. And I told Pastor, I said, I want to resign. When I gave birth, I said, I want to, because I looked at her, I said, which house girl will be able to nurse this child like me? Which house girl? I said, please, I'm not saying that you must do like me. I'm just saying it. Some of us, where we work, is flexible. You can do all of that. Maybe if I was teaching then, I wouldn't have resigned from school. Because in my school, people bring their children to school. I had to sacrifice. I had to sacrifice for the sake of the family. So she has heard that several times. And she now said, Mommy, now that I've grown, you can go back to the bank so that you'll be having plenty of money. I said, everything is not about money. It's about satisfaction. If I'm in the bank, I won't have time for you. I told her, you're on holiday. Sometimes in the office, when some of my colleagues will be talking, this salary safe, how much is this salary? I say, please, oh,